It's the Marc and JD podcast, episode 54.
Technically, it's not a
54.
podcast if we're live, but yeah, I get the point.
Well, I mean, this is just the live recording of a podcast. So if you wanted to watch us record live, you always can. Follow us on Twitter. You'll know exactly when we're going live. It's usually like Thursdays at 10-ish. Sometimes we record it and we air it on another day. You won't know. You won't even know. Sometimes we record in the middle of the day on a Saturday. That's happened once.
That was weird. That was a weird one.
Kind
it
of
was,
weird. We did
it was
another
light
daytime
out.
one. We did another daytime one not too long ago too, and that was
Strange.
another weird one.
I mean, it works.
Anyway,
whatever.
A lot of stuff happening today.
Decent amount of things. Yep.
A lot of stuff happening today.
First things first, though. What we talked about earlier was the South Park guys. What is it? Matt Parker, or was it Trey Parker and Matt Stone?
Yeah, Matt Parker and Trey Stone. You got it. They gave them $900 million.
Yep,
that's a lot of fucking money for 6 years. It's $150 million a year
for 14 cartoon fucking movies and the show. So that shows
seasons.
Yeah, that
show's gonna cycles.
Show's gonna be on for 30 seasons at this point, or whatever. It's gonna be insane.
I mean, the seasons aren't that long.
No, not anymore. Plus, do they still make it? They don't still make it the way they used to. It's all digital now, right?
Oh yeah, they can make an episode in like 5 days.
Yeah, it's not. They should just, dude. They should milk that shit for. It's like the cartoon version of It's Always Sunny. Like they just keep giving those guys more money to make shit too. It's ridiculous.
There are 309 episodes right now, so that'll probably bring them over 400.
Oh yeah, for sure. With seven more seasons.
Each season since season 17 has been 10 episodes.
Holy shit.
So they'll probably be close to 400 episodes by the end.
Yeah, I would imagine. Then they'll probably just keep doing more.
I mean, I don't watch it anymore. I'm not saying that it's not funny, because it is funny. It's just not really in my swim lane anymore. But the movies probably will be. They're probably going to be more manageable. The South Park movie itself is a classic. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Is that with Lesbian Seagull?
I believe so. Yes.
I can't remember exactly when that was from.
But I don't know if. See, it says 14 made for streaming movies, but does it have to be 14 South Park movies?
Or can we
get Basketball 2? Can we get Basketball 2?
Or can we get Team America World Police 2? I would do that one as well.
I don't think that'll happen. I do not think that will happen.
Probably not in the realm of possibilities, would be my guess. But yeah, you never know.
You never know, but I would love a Basketball 2. Especially with like all that's been going on in the sports world now. It's so much has changed in the last 20 years, and Basketball was an extremely underrated movie. It still holds up today.
It still does. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but it's maybe been 5 or 6 years.
It still holds up. It doesn't have issues like a lot of older movies do because of like technology is part of the storyline, or things like have changed. Like they don't. It just holds up. There's no like cell phones in it, so it's not like ridiculously old cell phones or things like that.
That movie did not do well either, I don't think, from what I remember.
In the movie theater, I remember going and seeing it and think it was like the funniest fucking thing. I don't think it did great, but it definitely did good on video.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did see that in theaters.
That wasn't $23 million budget, made 7.
Oof, no, did not do well. Did not. That's one of those like cult movies. 42% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm going to say that's probably not going to get a sequel.
It's definitely made money, though. I can tell you that.
Oh, now it has, yeah. After being on video, it's like Mallrats, and Chasing
Mallrats
Amy and all that shit.
Had like a little budget.
No, Mallrats had a decent sized budget. It wasn't like Chasing Amy budget. It was 95. It had did it have like a $7 million budget, $8 million budget, something like that.
$6 million budget, which it's definitely made back.
Oh yeah,
video cassettes and video cassette revenue or DVD sales and whatnot. Basketball definitely has to have made its money back.
At this point, yeah. We're talking $23 million budget, $7 million. Yeah, it would in the last 20 years. years or 25 years, they definitely have made it, Mike. It's a good movie. Isn't that the one where is that Jenny McCarthy's in that movie?
Yes, she is.
And then she has I remember her, what was it, the what the fuck? I'm trying to think of the scenario in the movie where she sucks the silver off
Yep.
the tow hitch. Is that what it
Yep.
is?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't Carmen Electra in that movie too?
Yes,
Or
she
am I
is.
thinking? I thought so. Thought so.
Oh no, wait, not
Where's it?
Yasmin Bleeth is the
Okay, yeah,
main.
yeah. I was gonna say, is it either her or Yasmin Bleeth? Because
Yeah,
Carmen
it's
Electra was in a
Yasmin Bleeth.
movie kind of like that, I think, too, at the same time.
Carmen Electra in a
But
lot of movies.
she was in a few, from what I remember. Not many. This is the Carmen Electra podcast with Marc and JD.
um, she was in some of the scary movies. Singled Out. So I guess Scary Movie would kind of be like the one where she was parodying the Drew Barrymore role because they stabbed her in the chest and they pulled out the breast implant.
She
Yeah, but
still looks.
that's a huge deal.
Yeah, that is a
Uh,
huge deal.
it's just a huge deal, and I don't know what the ratings for South Park are like these days. It's still, according to these articles, it's still the highest rated show on Comedy Central.
Yeah, I
Which
would imagine it is.
is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, Comedy Central is pretty much dead in the water at this point. One of the higher shows on that channel doesn't even get any viewers anymore, and that's the Daily Show. Trevor
I
Noah,
don't
listen.
even know what originals they have on there anymore. They used to
Um,
have Workaholics, and those guys are done with that, and they're all doing whatever. Although I think
they're
they're bringing it back.
they're gonna do a Workaholics movie for Paramount Plus. That was
But
another
a
one.
lot of the things is they're just syndicated stuff. But I don't know what they have that's original programming.
They had Drunk History, which I think was
Not
on that
on
channel.
anymore.
No, but it was. And then they had the dude, what's his name? Andy something?
Andy Milonakis.
No.
I hope
And
not. I'm looking
I
here. The Beavis and Butthead revival is coming to Comedy Central.
God, that's been in the works for like years.
Yep. There's a spinoff of Daria coming to Comedy Central.
Really?
Yep. Right now, God, Aquafina is Nora from Queens. That's like the only thing that's on here. They don't have any original shows
I guess David Spade has his own show now. I
on
guess.
Comedy Central. I don't know,
Yeah.
dude. I don't know any of these shows. Drunk
Lights.
History ended 2 years ago. They had Broad City ended 2 years ago. Nathan for You ended 4 years ago. Jim Jeffrey Show 2 years ago. Like all these shows have been over for years.
I guess David Spade's show ended in 2020.
They haven't done a roast in I don't even know how long.
Remember, Crankkickers came back for 1 year and got canceled again.
Yeah. So the last roast was 2 years ago. Alec Baldwin.
Apparently,
So they don't have
Seinfeld?
anything original.
Whoa! They're getting Seinfeld.
They are getting Seinfeld. Yeah.
Holy shit!
That's not really that big of a deal.
That's a pretty big fucking deal, though.
Maybe, probably not.
People still love that show for whatever reason.
People still do love that show, but when you're talking about original shows, FX has better comedies than Comedy Central. It's in the fucking name.
It does. Dave is a great fucking show.
It's not just Dave. Like
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
It's Always Sunny. I mean, come on, that should be on Comedy Central.
That's basically the South Park of FX. It's just going to be on forever.
Doesn't FXX
FXXX
has
now
other
it is.
shows?
Well, no, I don't know if they're in around anymore. You know what a great show on Comedy Central was? Ugly Americans.
I didn't like it.
That fucking show was great. Oh, see, we have different senses of humor, I guess, between the two of us.
I couldn't get over the animation style.
Oh, I loved it. It was perfect.
I think that's what bothers me sometimes. It's like if the animation style bothers me, I won't watch it. And that's such a sad thing to say. Like, oh, it's, whatever. But if the animation style bothers me, I won't. Like Brickleberry, I didn't like the animation in it.
Yeah, I didn't like Brickleberry either, but
Katz,
I just didn't.
The same way.
I just didn't like it.
Like Dr. Katz, I never liked. Or Drawn Together, didn't like it.
Ugly Americans was not like Dr. Katz, though.
I don't know, it just didn't wasn't my jam. I can't believe that I'm looking here. I don't watch TV anymore, so I don't know what the hell's on. But as far as current programming, Comedy Central has nothing. Absolutely nothing. No wonder
Nothing.
South Park is the highest rated thing. It's basically the South Park channel, kind of like how MTV is turned into what's that fucking show called? I can't even think of it.
Rob Deerdeck? Or are you talking about
Yeah,
something? Yeah.
Ridiculousness. It's the Ridiculousness channel, RTV, Ridiculousness TV, all the fucking time. And there's two spin-offs coming, by the way, of Ridiculousness. I don't know if you knew that.
This is literally the only shows they have on their channel right now.
It
It says
literally had a whole day. It was like the 40th anniversary the other day of MTV launching. It was a ridiculous all day marathon. Ridiculousness all day.
it's a fucking clip show. I don't understand.
So there's a spinoff called Adorableness, which just
Oh,
premiered, and
fucking
then
Christ.
Deliciousness, which is food blunders. That's one's hosted by Tiffany Thiessen, by the way, and then
What?
Messiness, which just three spinoffs. Three
Rob Deerdeck.
spinoffs.
Rob Deerdeck is going to be a gajillionaire at this point.
Did we talk about this like on Messenger, or did we talk about it in a podcast about how there's 700 episodes of Ridiculousness?
I think we just talked about it through Messenger, but yeah, we were going to talk about it.
700 episodes of Ridiculousness. That's
700 episodes of a dude talking about or making fun of YouTube videos. It's like Tosh.0, but not as funny. Or what was the show? Talk Soup with Joe McHale.
Tosh.0 has 301.
Well, and he stopped doing it for a while too.
It's ended. It's pretty much over. It just ended.
Pretty much over. But he
but see,
in between that though, it stopped.
That show started June 4th, 2009. This show started August 29th, 2011, 2 years later, and has more than twice the amount of episodes. And it wouldn't be such a bad show. It's not the worst show in the world. It's lazy, I get it. But that stupid girl, Chanel West Coast, and her fucking laugh, she can go to hell with that fucking laugh. I hate it so much. Yeah. I fucking can't stand it.
So Rob Deerdeck is worth $100 million.
He basically is the MTV programming guy. Can you name another show on MTV?
Siesta Key.
Is that even still on?
Yeah. I haven't watched it lately. Well, since I don't have TV anymore, I don't watch live TV anymore. We don't really. I don't.
Is it? I don't even know if it's still on. I'm looking here. Current programming.
It's still on.
They still have Catfish and Teen Mom, and
Catfish
they still have all those shows.
So Catfish tried to still go when the pandemic was going on. It was so weird. You can't catch a catfish through like virtual, like through a Zoom call. It just doesn't make sense.
Families of the Mafia. Okay.
Interesting.
Well, my wife would probably like that show, to be honest.
Well, we're gonna have to get TV back.
Fuck that. That's probably on Paramount Plus, right? It's all on Paramount Plus.
He's married to someone, Brianna Nicole Flores or Noelle Flores. Rob Deerdeck. Where is she from? She looks familiar. I don't know who she is. She looks very familiar.
I don't know.
I don't know. She just looks familiar to me. I don't know who she is. But
I don't
anyway,
know. I have no idea who she is.
$100 fucking million, dude. $100 fucking million. How are you worried? How is he? He's making a show about clips.
I don't get it.
I don't fucking get it at all. It's absolutely ridiculous.
You know they have a new dating show on MTV now?
What's it called?
Or they had one. It was called Game of Clones.
Why do I sound? That sounds familiar. Like maybe it was on one day and I watched it.
I don't know. It was on 2 years ago. So much I watch MTV now. It's ridiculous. It's just garbage. Just garbage television.
I wonder if any serial killers went on there and then tried to kill the contestant.
MTV Cribs is coming back next week, by the way.
Ugh,
and making the band.
You know what I liked was Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. I liked that show.
Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. I never watched an episode of that.
What was his name? Robin Lively? Is that his
name? Robin Leach. Hosted by Robin Leach.
Hosted by Robin Leach. Yeah, he was. It was fun. That show was fun. It was like, wow, this is pretty fucking ridiculous. Like you see
Ridiculous?
some
Was it ridiculousness?
ridiculousness. I already said that joke. You beat it. You weren't listening.
I probably wasn't. I'm looking at like the amount of crap. They will air a whole day of it, and people will watch it. So people just like, I guess it's like background noise,
That's what
like
MTV
in the
does
way
though
that
too.
Office is.
What MTV does too is they'll air all these shows up until a new episode. They'll give people the opportunity to watch all the Catfish. They used to do with Catfish all the time, and like Real World, they would air all these shows up until the new episode. Like if a new episode aired at 9, from like 12 to fucking 8:30, you get all these episodes of the Real World or Catfish, all that shit, and they would air. That's all they would air all day. Catch up on your Catfish episodes before the season finale or whatever bullshit they would pull. It's that's what they would do. That's what they do because they know people will sit there and just fucking watch it. I bet you that probably pulled fucking like 1 million viewers the whole day. I wouldn't
Not
doubt it.
really. And these shows don't really pull that many viewers live, to be honest. But they're probably cheap as shit to produce.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a fucking clip show. You just gotta pay the talent, really.
Like Siesta Key, which actually is going on right now, and the season finale was yesterday, by the way.
Yeah.
Pulls in about 400,000 an episode. That's not a lot of people.
No, but nobody watches MTV or TV anymore, really.
400,000 is not like there are people on Twitch that get 400,000 viewers. Like
Yeah, I don't know if that show is gonna be around anymore. There's a few like
the top. I'm just going to go on. The top person on Twitch right now has 65,000 views.
Like that's on right now, this moment.
Right now, 65,000 views.
How many do we have?
0. Probably 2. I don't know. 65,000 views. Some cable networks would kill for that.
Just that moment. 65,000 views isn't the greatest. We want more than that, obviously. But
some cable networks would kill for 65 because the demo is probably almost exclusively like 15 to 45 ish.
It's a random demo.
It's probably not 18 to 49. It probably skews a little younger.
Probably a little bit, yeah, because kids are watching video games and shit.
Yeah. So, but this is actually just not even a game. It's just some dude streaming like IRL in real life.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. That's whatever. 65,000. It's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people to be watching an online thing.
You don't think that the cooking channel has more than 65,000 people watching it?
So did you hear how many subscribers that Discovery Plus got?
No. How many do they have? 42 million?
No, 17 million in the first
Discovery Plus, not Paramount Plus.
Right? No. I don't know about Paramount Plus got a lot. I mean that for good reason probably, and that's so they got 17 million. They almost doubled what Peacock got. Peacock's only got 10. So they almost
Peacock
doubled it.
Sucks also, by the way.
The app is fucking terrible.
And they got like 1.5 million subs from WWE. Yeah, I don't know how many they kept, but they had like 1.5 million subs from that.
They lost me because I just used my brother's, but I don't really watch it. I'll be honest with you. I watched some shows on NBC, and I watched it.
Wow, that's a lot. I mean, Discovery Plus doesn't really have too much on there. It's like,
but
it's Food Network and HGTV and
what's all that geared towards, Mark?
Older people with money.
Older people with money and women.
Yeah. But also, when I was looking earlier and I was like, we were talking about FX earlier. And because when we'll get to, we were watching the Why the Last Man trailer, which we'll come back to in a second. But I was trying to see like what's the most watched cable networks were. Because like FX is probably one of the most watched because they have a lot of good original shows. And
lately,
they're just
not so much.
They're not. But they have a lot of original shows.
Yeah, they do, yes.
In the overall world of cable TV, like just overall ratings, it's not just prime time or whatever. It's just from Monday through Sunday, 8 to 11, actually. So they are 21st, but they haven't had a big show in a while. Like American Horror Story hasn't been on for a while. So I get it. So they're kind of a little bit low where they've been waiting for it. But Discovery Channel is 8. Investigation Discovery is 15th.
People love that shit, dude.
People love true crime. We should just make this a true crime with Marc and JD podcast. I bet you we would get way more listeners.
We probably should. True crime with Marc and JD. That could be the name of this podcast. We'll get some viewers. But
I,
they will be like, there's no true crime in this podcast.
I
Well, we
would have
had
thought
that.
Food Network was higher, but Food Network is only 14th.
Well, we can do a true crime segment because we have that. I had that story about that lady who
With the
chopped up her
eyebrows?
husband.
Oh,
No, not her. She chopped up her husband and then made her kids help her pack it up in the
yeah, that's
garbage
fucked up.
bags. That is real fucked up. And so last week it was me saying, "What the fuck's up with her eyebrows?" And she's the one who like killed the fucking child or something in there or whatever it was. And then this week it was, why is she still wearing the wig in the mugshots?
So, but going back to the cable networks, number 11 is it doesn't tell me the full name. It's INSP.
The fuck
So
is that?
I had to Google it. Like, what the fuck is INSP? It's Inspiration Channel.
Oh Lord.
INSP, that's the name of the Inspiration Network, is what it used to be called. It's only in 70% of households with cable, but it is the number 11 rated cable network. I've never fucking heard of it.
You know what we should make? Demotivation Network.
I couldn't name one show that's on this fucking network. I have no idea.
What is the inspiration of? I've never even heard this.
Right. You'd have never heard of it. I have no idea. There's not a lot of people in it. It's a fucking church channel on cable, like 24/7. Like,
Oh, you know what it does? It's a Christian TV network, but it has like Western movies.
Walton.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it has that stupid shit that people like.
Yeah, like that's on what channel? Ion TV and shit.
It has
Anyway.
a Sam Elliott documentary.
Anyway, other interesting things on the top cable networks was Hallmark is number 20, the Hallmark Movies and Mysteries channel. Not even regular Hallmark, which is 9th of 10th. Hallmark Movies and Mysteries channel is the 20th most watched cable network on TV.
Does that surprise you in some way? It doesn't surprise me at all. My mom and Haley both watched the Hallmark
But
channel.
they only have original movies like once or twice a week.
But you know
this
why?
Is all week.
No, yeah, but I'm saying
people love that shit. I don't get it, man. It's garbage. Every movie's the fucking same.
Exactly. They all have the same outcomes. They're all fuck. Remember we went through this and we lost that episode, but you remember. But
I know.
We talked about how it's basically all these shows are made in Canada. All these movies are made in Canada. They're all people you've seen in TV shows on like CW and some on like NBC and shit like that. But you've seen all these character actors all over the place. And they're basically B-list TV stars that are making these low budget Hallmark movies that have the same plot. They're cookie cutter fucking plots.
Mm-hmm. That guy on TikTok that makes up fake Hallmark movies. He's fucking great.
So they have like a beginning, a middle, and end. You know, the guy comes to a town. My dad loves a stupid Hallmark movie that Tim Matheson is in, and the guy comes to a town. He's trying to close down a factory. He falls in love with the woman. He saves the factory, and he comes back and he lives there forever. It's like every single fucking movie is the same. I don't understand how they make money, but it's once again geared towards fucking women. Women pay for the stupidest shit. Women watch the stupid. My mom, Haley, everybody watches this shit because it's safe. It's very safe programming. You know, Haley doesn't. Yeah, it's very boring, very safe, very like PG, very white most of the time.
Very white. Oh my god, it's so white. It's fucking whiter than toilet paper.
It's so white. And most of the time it's snowing, so it's even extra white. Oh. So like they have Christmas in July, they have Christmas during Christmas. They have 3 months of Christmas movies basically.
They what is the black equivalent of the Hallmark channel? Is it just they only have like one network designated?
Isn't it the O network or something like that?
Black BET. I guess VH1 is the equivalent. I don't know. They have a lot of love and hip hop and shit.
Is that Oprah channel still around?
OWN, I believe it is.
Yeah, that might be it. That's probably close.
On Oprah Winfrey, 62nd most watched channel, just below the Weather Channel, by the way, number 61, FXX number 60, NFL Network number 63, ahead of MLB Network, even though this was May 2021 ratings. Even though the baseball season was going on, more people still watched the NFL Network. There's nothing going on in football. The draft was in April.
Yeah, true. I guess they're starting practices though, so I guess
Yeah,
maybe they're
but this
doing
was
that
this was
stupid shit.
May. So what's going on in football in May? Nothing. Nothing. And speaking of football, God damn it, I wanted to segue into the Why the Last Man trailer. But
Well, we'll get back there.
speaking of football, Kirk Cousins had to come out today and say he's not going to say whether or not he's vaccinated for COVID, which means I'm not vaccinated. If you don't say if you don't want to say if you're vaccinated or not, that's a fucking automatic no.
You're like, I'm not vaccinated.
It's
Yeah,
like
you just say it.
when you ask your child after he goes, "Did you poop your pants?" No, like, are you vaccinated? I'm not going to answer that. Like what
It's
the
a
answer is.
it's a weird fucking analogy you use there. Go
I know.
straight to poop in your pants. Seems like you
I
might
it's
have
just like
some.
it's just like a child. He's going to lie to you. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to answer that question.
Did,
Like
did you eat the
that's
last
what I
cookie?
picture. That's what
No.
Kirk Cousins is. He's a fucking man child. He's not even
Basically,
a good quarterback, really.
he's really not. He's lucked out on some of these deals. He's had a good season and it paid off for him in contracts. But
He's not a
I
winning quarterback. Okay. He probably puts I don't know. I don't watch enough of the Vikings to know.
no, I was gonna say
But
I don't know.
to have a 51-2 record for your career, that's perfectly 500 with 2 ties nonetheless. And to have the stats that he does, it's got to be garbage time stats. It really does.
Most likely.
Like
What
his
was he on
quarterback,
before the?
he was on
What was he on before
the Washington professional football team.
Yes.
So if you go on, I don't know, his quarterback rating is good, but we can't trust quarterback rating. It's got to be
No.
QBR. That's the real one. Okay. That's the super efficiently ESPN designed thing. He's 18th. He was 18th in QBR last year. Perfectly mediocre. Perfectly mediocre.
Speaking of
It's just,
mediocre quarterbacks, the Jets signed Josh Johnson today. Did you see that?
yeah, whatever. Who cares? They had it up
uh,
on Kirk Cousins' page that he was not. Stop moving your microphone. At least mute yourself.
all right.
That he was not vaccinated. He has chosen not to receive the COVID-19 vaccine. It's specifically on there, and his coach called him out for it. He said, "What did he say?" He said something about like he's gonna carry around like plexiglass so he could just stay in plexiglass bubble all the time.
No, that's what he said. That's what Kirk Cousins said.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna build a ball around myself. I'm like, you're a fucking retard. Just get the.
And meanwhile, his
don't
coach is calling him out.
either get the shot or don't get the shot. It's up to you. I don't give a fuck what you do with your body. It's your body, your choice, whatever.
I like how they suddenly say they're suddenly claiming this is a HIPAA violation. Dude, you don't get to claim if you're a professional sports player, you don't get to suddenly claim it's a HIPAA privacy violation when everybody knows the injury report every week. It's a big fucking business when it comes to injuries and knowing injuries and probable, doubtful, or whatever the fucking designations are. You don't get to suddenly say it's a privacy thing because it does affect.
First
If
of
you
all,
don't have a vaccine and you get infected, you have to wait 2 weeks to play. I think that's like no matter what. But if you are vaccinated and you test positive, you can test positive. You can take a test the next day, and if you're negative, you're negative.
yeah, it's 10 days now, I believe. But still, I don't know what the NFL changed, but it's 10 days, I think.
Because it might be
But
a false positive. But I think if you're not vaccinated, I don't know but I think you still have to wait no matter what if you're not vaccinated.
I don't. It depends. I don't know what their standards are. But I don't even think that's HIPAA violation anyway. I could be wrong. I mean, maybe it is, but you're not really giving out any type of medical information. It's not based around medicine. You're just saying whether you got vaccinated or not. I mean, if
Well,
somebody asked me,
Dak had a whole thing about it. It's
oh,
HIPAA.
fucking Dak Prescott, fuck that fucking asshole. What's his name? Remember what the fuck is his real name? Did we talk about that last week?
Rain Dakota.
Yeah, he has a fucking porn star name. That motherfucker better shut his face. I don't give a shit what his name. He literally has a fucking porn star's name. If you type in a fucking strip club in Las Vegas, I'm sure there's a stripper named Rain Dakota. May not be spelled
Or
the same
Dakota
way.
Rain, at least.
Dakota Rain. Dakota Rain live on stage tonight. But still,
We get lunch at that strip.
free lunch from that strip club for sure. God damn, fuck that guy. Fuck Dak Prescott. He is first of all, I don't give a shit what anybody says. He's a fucking bust. He's a fucking bust. He didn't take them anywhere.
Wait. Prescott?
I don't think he's very good.
He's
I
not
mean,
a bust.
so far.
You can't be a bust of a 4th-round pick, no matter what.
I guess that's true too. But they make him seem like he's the second coming of Christ out there at this point.
That's what they
I
do with
mean,
every Cowboys player.
well, I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Suck all the fucking Cowboys players' dicks, man. That's what the media does because the people watch and there's a lot of eyeballs on the Cowboys. They could be shitty. People still watch the fucking Cowboys. They're
They're
not
America. I
good.
understand they're America's team. Yeah, I get your point. Yeah, he's
America's
probably not
team
because he's not. He's a fourth round pick. He
in
technically
the
wouldn't be
same
a
way that
bust.
Chris Evans is America's ass. You know,
He is. He is America's ass. We
just
gave
because
him.
we say it doesn't mean that it's true. You know, like you say, oh, they're America's team. Look, buddy, let me tell you, more Americans hate the Cowboys than like the Cowboys. They're the most hated NFL team. I hate the Cowboys, and I don't even root for a team in their division.
The
I'm just
Cowboys have
sick
a
of hearing about them.
stigma. The Cowboys have a stigma of being like the New York Yankees of the NFL,
But they
where
don't win. That's the
they don't
thing.
win, but they haven't won in a long time. What the mid '90s, where they won what two?
It's like been like 30 years since they won a Super
The,
Bowl.
the Aikman Irvin years.
Yeah.
So I mean, when he tripped, I remember my favorite Aikman moment is when he tripped over the imaginary gopher. ESPN. It was Dan Patrick. I'm pretty sure. He's like, "Oh, there's a gopher there," and he tripped over it. It's imaginary gopher.
They haven't been good in years, and like,
No,
oh,
they
he's
haven't.
like, they're the most valuable team, by the way. The new things just came out. They're worth $6 billion. $1 billion.
Does that include the stadium?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's part of it. That would be my guess. I mean,
The
I get
Jets
it.
were up there too in the top 10.
I get it. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I understand where they have a good fan base. They have a very particular fan base, a very good fan base. Jerry Jones is a good owner. He
No,
wants
he's
them.
not. No, he's not.
He wants them to win. I mean, I get it. He's willing
He
to,
wants to be the GM.
yeah, most
He's
owners
lucky.
do.
He's lucky they're not worse than they are. The Cowboys ain't winning shit.
No, not with fucking Dak Prescott.
They're not winning shit. What did they win last year? 10-6? Where did they go last year?
Something like that. This has been Football Talk with Marc and JD.
It's been football talk. Mike McCarthy's ahead to 6-10. 6-10.
You reversed that one, man.
Yeah, I had it back. I didn't watch football last year because they sucked. The Jets sucked. I don't want to talk about the Jets. They're fucking terrible. Until maybe I'll watch game 1. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I got to see how Zach Wilson does now that he signed that contract.
Let me see. 2018, they made the playoffs. 2016, they made the playoffs. 2014, they made the playoffs. They've won. The Cowboys have won 2 playoff games in the last 10 years.
How long has Dak Prescott been there, or should I call him Rain?
Years.
Should I call him Rain Dakota?
If you go back to 2010, the Jets and the Cowboys had the same amount of playoff wins since 2010. Right.
So what you're saying is the Jets are really America's team.
The Jets are America's team, as in the what's the word I'm looking for? The joke, the butt of the joke.
Butt fumble.
America's butt, yeah, butt fumble. Fucking hate that, man. They bring it up all the time, like nobody's ever run into somebody before.
It's just because it's
Sanchez. That fucking ruined his career.
Yeah, I know.
That butt fumble ruined his career because he was never the same after that, and it wasn't even his fault. Like how the dude moved. Didn't know what he was doing in front of him.
Well, you know, what's really funny is I was scrolling through something and I came across somebody opening like a pack of football cards. And there's like one of those, every once in a while you see those open, but it might have been on John Boy. It might have been Peter Moylan and Trevor Plouffe or whatever the fuck his name. I think it was who that was. They were opening this pack of cards and it may have not been them because they would have known who it was probably. But they pulled out a Nick Mangold like autographed jersey card. And they're like, oh, we got an offensive lineman. We don't usually see offensive linemen. Nick Mangold. I'm like, dude, they're probably one of the best centers of all time. How do you not know who the fucking guy is?
I don't know. I guess you don't really know centers. You don't really know offensive linemen of team that you don't follow.
Yeah, unless they're on your team. I get it, but it was just kind of weird. Like he's, Pro Bowler, all that shit. But whatever. But he's also known for the butt fumble. Wasn't it him?
Who?
It was Nick Mangold and Mark Sanchez, wasn't it? The butt fumble.
I don't think it was. No, it wasn't the center.
Yeah,
It
it was,
was.
wasn't it?
Let me look here. Brandon Moore.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, whatever, whatever,
Butt,
whatever. Let's go
butt
back. Let's
fumble.
go circle back twice.
Circle
Okay,
back.
we the Why the Lost Man trailer dropped today, and Why the Lost Man, for people who don't read comic books, is one of my favorite comic book series of all time. It's only like 60 issues.
It's not very long. I think they had some specials in there somewhere. It's been a long time since I've actually read it, but
Yeah,
I mean,
60 issues. It's been it was done back in March of 2008. It wraps up beginning, middle, end. It's all good. It doesn't slack off at all. It's really good. So I'm really interested in watching the show. I'm not thrilled with the casting of
no, it's a little
the
weird.
one guy,
Yeah,
that's in it.
they
He
used a
doesn't look
very
like he
like
does in the comic.
no, he doesn't. It's made by Brian K. Vaughan, which
Oh,
I mean,
he wrote a bunch of things.
he has. So I'm not like adamantly against it, I guess, but he wrote a lot of comic books. So this should be, you know, if he's
If
involved in
if
it should be pretty good.
if it's a faithful adaptation, it'll be good. The trailer was really good. It kind of hyped me up for it. So we'll see if it's good or if it's gonna be. What was the last time that they adapted a comic and it really fucking pissed me off? Book 11/22/63. That
Yeah.
fucking pissed me off. That book was so good and they fucking ruined it. God damn it, Hulu, you ruined it.
Well, this is FX on Hulu, I guess. So we'll be. I still, you like you said, I don't really understand why they cast that dude as Yorick in the show. I just don't understand. It
It
just
doesn't
doesn't.
look like him at all. I
No.
don't know. Maybe it'll work.
So the
I don't know.
showrunner for this is a playwright.
Yeah, but she's married to somebody.
All episodes of season 1 will be directed by women. Ugh.
Yes, she's married to Zach Whedon.
Really
Yes,
interesting.
yes, the creator of didn't he create something or they worked on Rubicon together. So she's done shows.
He's done some shit. He did Southland. That was a good show.
He's written, but I don't think he's actually run a show.
Probably. In Treatment's coming back.
I vaguely remember that. I don't think I ever watched that
It's
though.
Gabriel Byrne or whatever his name is. But yeah, he's they're bringing that show back. Isn't he what's his name's brother?
Brother,
Half brother. Okay, I was gonna say I knew they were
he who
related.
shall not be named.
He is the bad person on this show now.
Well, we can segue. We can segue
Segue.
into the other thing that we wanted to talk about, which was the Flash movie.
Oh, fuck that guy. Fuck Ezra Miller. I'm so annoyed.
I don't think
But
Ezra Miller is a good actor.
no. Nope. Him and his what does he call himself?
Calls
What did he
himself
say?
something?
No, he says he's what did he say he was? I'm trying to think. He's not gay or straight. He's what is
Oh,
what's
he's by
he's
he goes by they, right?
poly. I'm trying to think.
Not poly.
No, it says he's polyamorous relationship with multiple people.
He's gender fluid.
Yeah, maybe. No, he's apparently
Whatever the
apparently
thing is.
he's just gay. But remember, there was some story about him like 3 or 4 months ago, some bullshit. So who knows? But whatever. Anyway, regardless of that, the Flash movie is in progress right now, where they're wasting a cameo by the greatest Batman of all time, Michael Keaton, in this fucking shit show of a movie, where the villain of the movie is rumored to be none other than the Flash. Which I mean,
is stupid because it's based on Flashpoint. Okay, and they've done Flashpoint plenty of times. There's a really good animated movie, Flashpoint. They did Flashpoint in the TV show, and then nowhere in that part is it evil Flash. No, yes, it is an evil speedster, but it's not the Flash evil version.
It's Reverse Flash. It's It's Eobard Thawne. It's from the fucking. Come on, everybody's seen the Flash at this point. We know who that is. So
Right.
it's kind of like it's laziness. I think it's like a cop out, unless they really make it work. I mean, maybe he's there to like show him like I don't fucking know. It's just so stupid to me. And Batfleck's in this movie, and they're introducing Supergirl in
Yeah,
this movie.
I don't. This may or may not be true. I don't know. So we don't know yet. I mean, it's just
Yeah,
been rumors
it's just rumored.
that's been going out about. But like the whole point is that it's his. It's not evil Flash. It's supposed to be somebody that hates him so much
Yes.
because he wanted to be like him in the future. That's the fucking point. You can't just have evil Flash. It's like that's like the lamest. It's like Star Trek bullshit. Is he gonna have a goatee? Like that's fucking. If it's fucking, I'll just turn it off. I'll just turn it off at that point.
You know what's funny is if you've read Flashpoint, and it's been a long time, but I did
have
read it
read
back.
Flashpoint.
It's been a long time. In reality, Flash kind of is the villain of Flashpoint. He's the one who puts all that shit in motion. I think that's kind of like the idea behind it, if it is true, is that he's
Sure,
the
I mean,
villain.
sure, but like at the end, it's revealed that spoilers.
Can you see this over here?
No, I
See
can't.
that? Can you see that right there?
Is it
That
Flash?
that's Reverse Flash,
Oh,
signed
okay.
by the guy who played him in the TV show.
By Tom.
No,
What's
the guy who actually played him.
like the guy in the suit?
No, the guy, the original guy, the guy who
Not Tom
actually.
Cavanaugh.
No, not Tom Cavanaugh. He wasn't technically Reverse Flash. Eobard Thawne was somebody else entirely. Remember?
Well, he was played whatever. Right. So I'm not gonna too much. Okay, we're not gonna get into Flash. But
I forgot his name.
the
Matt
Flashpoint,
something.
like he's not really the villain per se, but he tries to go and change the past, and it changes everything in the future.
Yes.
So, like, yes, he is the
Yeah.
person that sets the events in motion, but he's not there. There is an actual villain in the comic.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Thomas Wayne one of the villains too?
No, Thomas Wayne is Batman.
Yeah, but isn't he a bad Batman? Like, or a Batman who kills?
Yeah. He doesn't give a fuck because Joker in that universe, in the Flashpoint universe, is Martha Wayne.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I remember that. I go back and read that shit again. It's been a long
And
time.
the whole thing revolves around a gigantic war happening between Wonder Woman and Aquaman.
Yep. The Amazonians. Interesting.
Oh, and Superman has been kept underground for like ever.
They're rumored that he's going to be in it too, Henry Cavill. So speaking of Henry Cavill, and we'll go back to this in a second. I started watching The Witcher. I
haven't watched it yet.
I am actually really surprised at how good it is. It's actually really fucking enjoyable, surprisingly enough. I don't know. We just popped it on one day. We wound up watching like 3 or 4 episodes of it. And I was like, wow, this is actually pretty fucking good. Had to cover my kid's eyes a few times when the boobs popped up. But I mean, it's R-rated, and he's actually Henry Cavill.
Is it bloody?
Yeah, a little bit.
Get nudity.
No, it's a little bloody. It's like a low-rate version of like Game of Thrones, kind of in a weird way.
I mean, it's based on actually. It's not just based on a video game. It's based on.
I know
books.
it's based on books. Yeah, I know. So I mean, I get it, but I think they're loosely based on the books, maybe, and it's more based on I think the video game is more popular than the books at this point.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I mean, I think they're basing it really on that. But I mean, he's really good in it. The supporting characters are really good in it. I mean, we were actually like fully into the show. I mean, and then Outer Banks came back, and that just took over. So we do love, dude. I love my teenage melodramas.
You fucking love teenage melodramas. I don't get it.
I was talking to Haley the other day because my love.
If there was a channel for it, like melodrama channel, you would be the first subscriber.
It would just be like 90210, the OC, One Tree Hill.
Why don't they bring back the OC? By the way,
I don't know. They really should. Because they actually the premise now works even more than ever. They can make it a black.
Why don't you just revive it?
I know this is going to sound terrible. They just make it a black kid, and they would just be able to win every award and Emmys. Every Emmy would go to them.
But literally, just revive it. You revived plenty of other shows. Why don't you just revive these? It's not like these people are doing anything.
No, not really. What was I going to say? I can't remember now. Fuck.
The Witcher.
Oh, no. So I was talking to Haley about One Tree Hill, And all the shit has come out about how that was like a toxic work environment for women. Mark Schwann was a piece of shit, all this stuff. And it makes me so sad because I love that fucking show. It kind of pushed me to be the kind of writer that I am, like dialogue driven kind of shit. And it kind of makes me really sad that everything behind the scenes was like just terrible for these people. I mean, I know they're actors and actresses but they're also human fucking beings.
They
Chad
brought back
Michael.
Gossip Girl.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. It's actually indirectly connected, apparently, somehow.
One Tree Hill will be one that will never get a revival.
No.
Not popular enough.
Lasted for what 10 years, didn't it?
Yeah, but CW shows.
Hey, they've revived 90210, Melrose Place,
But that
Dynasty.
wasn't their own. But that wasn't their own show. It was somebody else's.
I know, but so I think
Walker, Texas Ranger. They don't revive their own shit. They'll revive something else that was popular.
I could see them doing it like 20 years down the road and changing it out. Because why would you not want to film something out there in, where were they, Wilmington? I mean, it's a pretty place to film stuff. You know, you'd want to be out there.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
I haven't watched a single episode.
It's maybe it's not. Yeah, I think it is Wilmington. You should watch it. It's a good show.
No, I don't have time to watch 187 episodes of fucking One Tree Hill. No, thank you.
I mean, it wasn't on as long as like Supernatural, which was on for like what 17 years or whatever the fuck it was. Goddamn ridiculous.
Supernatural has 327 episodes. And there's a spin-off, right?
No, I don't think it's happening. There's no spin-off. No, they were supposed to be, and they
wasn't it supposed to be canceled after like season 6, and they were like, we're just gonna keep going.
Yeah, they just kept doing whatever it's doing. They're talking about another network that just didn't really care about ratings unless they were really fucking bad. You know, like
for the CW, if they've already got money invested in something, it's cheaper for them to just keep it going.
Plus, you think about it this way too.
That's why they renew everything.
I mean, generally, yeah. I mean, what you think about too, the production for this stuff is all done in Canada. And it's all fucking cheap as shit. Why not? Just keep it going.
How many shows have only lasted one season on the CW?
I could go. I remember Jack and Bobby lasted only one season, but they were talking like the original days.
Yeah, I mean, like WB, CW since like 2010. Okay. How many episodes? How many shows? Like I'm looking here. Cult lasted one season.
Cult? What the fuck? Oh, Cult. CULT.
Yes.
Yeah. That show wasn't good. There was a lot of summer shows they came out with too that never lasted.
That lasted one show, one season. A show called Dates lasted one season, but that was a UK show. That wasn't even like an original show. All right.
They had iZombie that lasted like forever.
And that show still on, isn't it?
No, I think it's over now. Yeah, Containment. I remember that was a pretty bad show from what I
remember seeing. 2015 to 2019. Containment was that a summer show?
I think so.
April to July. So yeah, it was kind of like a limited series.
Well, you think May sweeps, so everything ends in May. So yeah, came out after.
I'm trying to see other shows that that's not the. That's still the CW WB era. Man, I can't. Everything's The Messengers.
Oh, the Secret Circle got canceled after one season. I remember that one.
Secret Circle? Where do you even see that?
I'm not looking. I'm doing it based on memory, Mark.
No, it actually lasted. One full season, but it lasted over a year, from 2011 to 2012. So it was only one season of that. I don't know. I never heard of it. I didn't even know what that fucking show is. Like, what is the Secret Circle?
Dude, a lot of
shows.
What
is The Messengers? I never heard of that.
I don't know what The Messengers are. Was there another show
LA
too?
Complex.
The Tomorrow People? The one with Robbie Amell didn't only had one season.
They would just keep a show going. Nobody might be watching. Like Heart of Dixie. That was on for like 4 or 5 seasons.
But it had not Summer Bilson, Rachel Bilson in it, and she's one of those people that everybody likes. She was from the OC.
Viewers. Like, it was 166th most popular show.
None of them have any viewers. It's a cult following based on like stupid shit. Plus, that was in
10 years ago ratings of 1 million people.
Yeah. Plus, you're also talking 10 years ago. People bought DVDs and shit. I think CW's goal is to get syndication out of some of this shit too. They usually run 20 episodes
The deal with
a
Netflix
season.
that they have
Oh yeah, I know.
pushes that there's a penalty if they don't reach a certain amount of episodes on some of these shows.
Which I'm wondering why, and I know it was partly because of Stephen Amell, but I don't know why they didn't do more episodes of Arrow, and just I don't know why they didn't pick up the Green Arrow and the Canary show because it was supposed to be Cat McNamara and Katie Cassidy and I forget the other girl's name, but they were supposed to do a spinoff show and they decided not to pick it up. But I think they're gonna start pushing away from the DC stuff because you mean Legends of
It's too
Tomorrow is
busy.
so far off the beaten path of anything.
Yeah.
That is one of those weird fucking shows that can just exist on its own. Flash is kind of nearing its end, I think. Couple, maybe another season. Batgirl's gonna be
I don't
done.
yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting for I watched it not too long ago, like the season on the last season on Netflix. I'm waiting for the new one.
You're talking about?
Um
I think it can. I think it dropped already.
what
I think it
Flash?
dropped.
It's still on, I think.
Is it? Because I thought I saw new episodes on there.
I
So I
think
haven't
it's still
watched.
running.
I watched the first like 5 or 6
Legends of
episodes.
Tomorrow, like I can't even. It's so out there.
I love the show. Don't get me wrong. I just don't have.
It's
I don't
so
have time
out
to
in
watch
its
it.
own little fucking world.
It's such a great weird cast though. The original cast is so much better than what it is now.
Okay, yeah, it just ended, so it should be on soon.
I thought it was already on there. If correct me if
Is
I'm
it?
wrong. I mean, I could
I
be wrong.
haven't seen it pop up on Netflix. New
I
new
could
episodes
I
recently.
could
I
have
don't
sworn
know.
there was new episodes, but it's whatever. Check it out. But you know,
Let me see more. It's popped up. It must know I'm talking about it because it's the first thing that's there.
oh my
So
lord,
season 7 is that this? Yes, it's on there already.
told you. Yeah, I know. I gotta watch it too.
I gotta
The
finish the boys.
last season of Flash was just not the greatest.
It was pretty good.
I didn't like it. I thought it was dopey. It was a really bad. You know, we talked about this probably.
What, the
In the
Mirrorverse and all that?
Yeah, I don't like it. But in the beginning of this podcast, our incarnation of this pod, we talked about how like shows have big bads, and either big bads are really good or really bad. And Buffy kind of created that
Buffy was the creator of
of
the
the
big
big
bad
bad.
season
Yes.
arcs.
So they had that one season where it wasn't Dracula. It was fucking terrible.
It wasn't Dracula though. It was
I
like
thought
a
it,
one-off episode.
oh, was it? I thought Dracula was like one of the big bads for one of the seasons or something like that.
Well, the first season was kind of like Dracula, but I don't think he was the big bad in any of the seasons.
Oh, okay. So anyway, going back to that. So Flash has a tendency to like not overreach with their big bads, but kind of kill it. They like drove it into the ground with this one. It just wasn't very good. I don't know. I didn't care for last season. This season started off better. Plus, it looks like they added a bunch of characters. They added Kid Flash and all this other stuff, or Impulse, not Kid Flash, Impulse. So we'll
I don't
see
know. I
how
haven't
that
watched
goes.
any of it. We'll see how it goes.
We'll
See
see
how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
The only other thing I wanted to talk about tonight was how when I went to Florida, I don't know, how was it when you went to Myrtle Beach? Were people wearing masks and shit?
Not really. I
Okay.
did in some places, but not really.
Did you get dirty looks?
No, no. People. I mean, um, there are a decent amount of people wearing masks, and I will say this, and I don't mean it to sound racist. Okay, don't take this as a racist thing, but I saw more black people wearing masks than white people.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know, but I just noticed it because I was looking to see who was wearing masks. We were wearing masks. You kind of want to see how many other people are wearing masks, and we definitely noticed white people just don't give a fuck. I guess I don't, especially Southern white people. They just don't give fuck you. I'm right as an American,
My president wouldn't make me do this.
Yeah, my president. Not my president.
Speaking of the South, so Florida. When I went to Florida, it was like the coronavirus never existed. Okay, nothing was closed. Everything was open.
Well, you also went during like the downtime. Now everything's starting to come back up again.
And Ron DeSantis, who is I should say, beloved by every Republican down there, is now hated by everybody because they feel like he's walking them off a fucking cliff now.
They had more cases, more They hit
Yes.
higher levels like this week or last week than they ever did at any point last year.
What was the? I'm trying to see. There was a number. They were like a percentage of the entire population. They were like, I'm trying to remember what the number was. All I know is his number dropped to like 43.7%.
On August 3rd, on August 4th, no, what was it? August, let me see here. What was the huge number?
Yeah, that's not the one I was looking for.
August 3rd, they had 50,000 new cases.
Insane.
50,000. Do you know what their previous high was?
Not that.
Not even 20,000.
I was gonna say it's probably like 15.
Like,
God
what
damn.
the fuck's up with that? And yeah, okay, maybe the deaths aren't as high as they were, but they have a 7-day average of 68 deaths by COVID. That's fucking terrible. Cases are high, and look where everybody's like, oh, the South, we know what we're doing. Well, guess what? They're fucking all the outbreaks right now are in the South.
Yeah. You know
All
what?
of
You know
them.
what's up? So where I work,
The 7 states with the lowest vaccination rate have the highest COVID cases right now. I wonder why.
So where I work, and I've said it in the past, I'm not gonna say it now, but they're requiring you to wear masks even if you are vaccinated again, which
So
sucks.
where I work
You
too,
know,
they just started it.
but you
We're
know,
a
it
high
is.
spread area.
You know what it is you're gonna protect yourself, you're gonna protect your family, whatever. You're gonna protect people around you. And what the sad part is, none of the customers that come into my store are wearing fucking masks. Maybe a few here and there.
I had to explain. I had somebody, a coworker of mine, shares the same name as me. I'm not going to name names. He asked me, like, he was like, I get a vaccine mandate, but like wearing masks if you're vaccinated was ridiculous to him. I said, you got to think about the people who can't get vaccinated. Like my kid is not 12; he can't get vaccinated. Okay, like, but there are a lot of people out there that can't get vaccinated. So the whole point of wearing a mask is to stop the spread between people who may be vaccinated and really aren't going to have that many effects from spreading it to unvaccinated people because they have underlying health conditions or they're not old enough and it hasn't been approved or they're pregnant. I don't know if pregnant women can get the shot. I don't know.
It
But
depends on
that's
their
the whole
doc.
point. Like
If their doctor approves
you
it.
you are protecting against those people who legitimately can't get that shot. And there are probably a decent amount of people out there just because you don't know if it's going to interact with if you have an autoimmune disease or anything like that.
Yep.
I don't know. But now they're making it mandatory for federal employees to either get tested or get vaccinated. You have to get tested once a week or get vaccinated. I'm vaccinated. I've
I'm
been fully
vaccinated.
vaxxed. I'm not dead yet. Okay. Nobody I know. We all had reactions to getting vaccinated. A little bit, like a day.
I didn't have any.
Well,
Surprisingly,
do you have Johnson and Johnson?
my arm was a little sore for like the first couple of days, but that was about it.
I was just really tired. The second shot, I was like exhausted for the 2 days. But that's just like, oh, it's not the end of the world. I didn't even feel sick. I was just really tired.
You know, and if it came down to it too, at this point, if like they said, hey, you need to, start another regimen of it or whatever, I'd probably go with either Moderna or Pfizer at this point. I wouldn't go with the single
I
shot.
think they said you can. If you're
Yeah.
going to get another shot, you can get a Moderna if you already had a Johnson Johnson.
Yeah. So
Anyway,
I think
just get a fucking shot. What's the word? Nobody, like literally 99.99999 people that have gotten coronavirus, like nobody has died if they're vaccinated.
I mean, you could still get coronavirus. You could still get it. But it makes the symptoms less. It makes the outcome less. Makes all that shit less. Nobody's going to die. I mean,
It's not a coincidence that the 7 states with the lowest vaccination rates have outbreaks. Florida, Texas, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi were half of the country's new cases and hospitalizations last week. Guess what? They're also 7 of the lowest vaccinated states. I wonder why. What's the common theme between those states?
They're red.
They're red and they fucking my body, my rights. You can't force me to get a vaccine, blah 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 bullshit. I ain't wearing no mask. Like you're not even doing anything. It's You want to be able to carry a gun everywhere for protection, but you don't want to get a fucking coronavirus shot. You're wearing fucking mask. You're not doing it to protect yourself. Okay, you want to carry a gun around where you can feel like a badass, like an alpha male, like Aubrey Huff. Fuck you. Fuck that.
Oh
It's fucking
yeah.
bullshit.
All right, let's get off.
Fuck Aubrey Huff. I don't want to talk about that cocksucker.
That fucking alphas don't ask or whatever the fuck his shirt was.
That's not alpha male behavior. That's fucking rapist, misogynist behavior. Okay, alpha males protect everybody in the pack. They don't fucking just rape whoever the fuck they want.
Somebody's comment, and it beat me to the punch. I was so mad. They said rapists don't either, and I was like so mad that I couldn't post that on there because I wanted to so bad. He's such a douchebag. What happened?
And like he tweeted earlier today. A longtime friend of mine just informed me he has COVID. He's fully vaccinated. No shit. They didn't say you can't get COVID. It's just going to be a lot less worse if you're vaccinated. You dumb fuck.
Yeah, that's what people don't get. Like, I mean, they keep saying that you could be a super spreader if you have this COVID shot because you don't know if you have it.
Lollapalooza. They just had the fucking bike thing, and Sturgis is going on. You watch how much shit that's going to super spread.
Oh, I know.
All because you can't wear a fucking mask and you can't get a shot, or both. It's literally the least you can do. It pisses me off.
We know.
Just get the fucking shot. You might have 1 day of discomfort. At least just get one. You don't have to get both. Just get one. One.
I mean, and you know what the sad part is? It's flu shot season. So you might as well get both.
Is it flu shot season? You started this early?
Yeah, it starts August.
I've never gotten it this early. I usually get it like October.
Yeah, it's usually when I get it. August 1st. That's when it starts. Well, I already have them.
It's almost midnight, and I think the Suicide Squad drops at midnight. We should get ready to watch it. I might watch it.
Are you going to watch it? I think I can make it.
If I start, I probably won't stop.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't think I can start a movie.
Join us next week as we talk about the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, because I'm definitely going to watch it.
Definitely going to watch it by the time we record the next show.
Hell yes, we will.
Check us out. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all Marc and JD. We're also on TikTok. I think it's Marc and JD Podcast. We're on YouTube. You just got to search for Marc and JD. I'm pretty sure it is. Spotify, Apple, Pandora, wherever you want to find us on podcasts. Well, we are there. We're literally there and everywhere. Do not use Podbean anymore, please. We are no longer hosted by Podbean. We are hosted somewhere else. So find us on someplace else where you can subscribe and make sure you get the episodes straight in your inbox. I don't know what it is.
Your face. Ears.
Your face. Straight in your ear holes.
In your ear holes. Last week's podcast should be out
probably tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
But if you watch us, we're always here now. Also, by the way, everything is automatically we're live on YouTube too, so we're always like if you want to watch it on YouTube, you are on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
The Twitch stuff only stays up for like a week, but YouTube stays up forever
until they think we're assholes and they just take it down and throw it away.
This has been another episode of Perfectly Polite Platonic Friends.
I haven't seen us on YouTube yet, to be honest with you. Are we live right now?
It's really weird.
Oh, we are.
Yeah. We're live.
We're live. Look. We're live.
We're on Facebook, too. And by the way, the Facebook one automatically captions us live.
Sweet.
So it's kind of weird to see yourself get live captioned. Because it never really... it doesn't always get like when I do the videos for Instagram, it's not always right. Like I have to go in and fix those subtitles all the time.
Oh yeah. I mean, I saw some of them when you posted them on whatever it was we posted on TikTok today. I was like, wow.
Oh, the auto ones? That was great.
Yeah. Those don't really match up. But, it is what it is. Hey, so
this fucking screen grab here, I'm gonna send it to you.
Get vaccinated, guys, or wear a fucking mask. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, so apparently England went. Where did you send that to? So England went through this, right? They went through the Delta variant. They went through the Delta variant. It took a month. Okay, they're through it already. The worst part is over. I don't want to go into another fucking lockdown again. Okay, that sucked.
Get vaccinated.
Can we get shirts made that say "Get vaxxed, you morons"? Can we get shirts to say that?
Marc and JD say say get vaccinated.
My
Mark
wife
and
would
JD
not.
would say yes to that.
My wife would not make us that shirt. Pretty sure.
Is she vaccinated?
No.
Oh, well.
Oh, so when I went to, I'll tell you after. Never mind. We'll get in trouble. All right, guys. Thank you for listening and watching and all this stuff.
Listening, watching, and all that stuff. We'll catch you next week sometime, eventually.
Eventually, yes.
Whatever. Here's the countdown to end the show. Goodbye.
Bye bye.